Oh, wow. Okay, so this energy is very nice. This woman holding a coin is an offer. Either you're giving someone an offer, you're asking something of them, or they're giving you an offer. Now, the world is all about completions, accomplishments, beginnings, endings. It can also mean travel. Somebody could be asking for you to go away for the weekend, you know, or this may have to do with work as well, because the coin is about the pentacles, and that is about our work and stability and our foundations. So we're going to pull some major arcana and see how that helps with your energy for the month of June. We have the Devil as well as the Tower. Okay, so when we have the Devil come into a reading, the Devil is all about feeling restricted, held down, either by fear or some kind of issue, whether, you know, we're depressed, we're upset, whether, you know, we have some kind of, you know, addiction that we should get rid of, that kind of thing. The Tower card, of course, is all about shakeups, and, you know, the shakeup could be for a good thing or it could be for a bad thing, and the intensity is all depending on what's going on around you. So the best thing about the Tower, though, is that we get to rebuild, and we get to get rid of things that don't work for us anymore, and we're able to bring those things to light, and we're able to create a new foundation, a new stability during our rebuild that will be a lot more solid than it was before. So even if this has to do with the breakup, you're able to rebuild you're able to rebuild in your relationship that is going to be a little bit more firmer in on your best intentions in within your same belief systems. So I'm feeling right now that the woman holding a coin is someone that is offering a lot of stability, but I believe that there's a lot of strings attached with this because of the Devil card right next to it and the Tower card. And the world is telling me that there's a world out there that is open and beautiful and ready to be explored. And I'm not sure if the woman holding the coin is trying to keep you from exploring that world, or they're not willing to explore the world with you, that this offer is based on their terms. Now, this could be something that you're offering someone else that has to be on your terms. Yeah, in order for this to work, you know, they either, you know, play by your rules, or, you know, that's too bad for them. So however this may resonate with you, you know, and sometimes you do have to put your foot down, that if you have decided that this is how it's going to work because of some issues back in the past, and you're putting down these boundaries, and it's either your way or the highway, you know, that's perfectly fine, because you know yourself best and you know this relationship best. So if someone in your relationship, family, friend, co-worker, significant other, has done something wrong in the past and you're giving them a second chance, and you're like, okay, but, you know, I'm not putting up with any of that nonsense from before, you're going to be very firm with that, and you're going to be very solid and stuck in that thought process, because you're going to be very grounded in that. And that is okay, because that's self-protection. That is putting boundaries up where boundaries need to be. And you guys are not afraid to put up boundaries, okay? For Leos, you guys are all about being very straight to the point. You're very, very intuitive. You're very strong. You know, so when you get a thought in your head for protection of yourself and or your family or of your values, you're going to stand behind that, and you're not going to waver. Now we have suffering and silence, which is indicating to me that there has been a situation that you haven't exactly come clean about your emotions about. You know, you're keeping them to yourself, even though you may be giving them a second chance. But we have passion ignited. So I'm going to pull another one to see. Waiting game. Yep. Positive movement forward. And one more for you guys. Recognition and reward. This is very interesting, because it seems as though that once you go ahead and put your foot down and you let them know what the new rules are, it kind of lifts you up now. It releases that negative energy that you've been hanging on to, that you weren't talking about, that you were like, okay, this is how it's going to be, take it or leave it, and that frees you up. And here with the waiting game, you're just waiting for them to decide if they're going to go by your rules. You could be waiting for them to kind of mess up again, so that you can be like, bye, you know, which is represented here with the positive movement forward. But you're going to be very strong about it, and you're going to be very detailed about it, and you're not going to allow it to keep you from your path. So you have a vision in your head, and either they get on board with you, or too bad, too sad kind of situation. You're not going to waste too much time worrying about what their actions are at that point, because you gave them an offer, you gave them a chance, and you know that you will find other like-minded people. You know that you will be able to rebuild. Because right now, with the recognition and reward, this is all about being victorious and people recognizing that. So whatever path you're on right now, it's very intense for you, and you're very determined, and you won't let anyone mess with this. We're going to pull some more tarot for you guys. Three of Cups in reverse. And that is where there's some unhappiness. You're not celebrating. You're not feeling very connected with this particular person. You know, right now there's a lot of stuff going on. This can mean infidelity as well. You know, three, or love triangle. This can mean that there's too many people in the relationship giving opinions on what should happen. If this is in regards to a family situation, you know, of course, families are all very intense and they're very protective of each other. So if there is a rift between you and another family member, other family members are going to have something to say about the situation, give their 2 cents and their opinions. Palace of Coins in reverse. Interesting, because this is all about your stability and your foundation that's kind of not in balance. So again, this to me is something in your home, family, relationship that's very close to you. This can even be work as well, because it's the coins and it's out of balance at this time. But here's where you stop. And you start taking care of you, and you rest, and you do the right thing, you eat right, you sleep well, and you're taking care of business, and you're taking care of you. And so when you go through these moments and you need to take time out and take a breather, please do so, because that will clear your mind. And everyone needs to rest and recharge their batteries. So as you go through the month, make sure that you make yourself a priority. Here we have Ace of Cups. Loving this energy, because this is where the love comes back in. It's an overwhelming joy. So, you know, you're able to kind of shed the negative energy from going from an imbalance and an unhappiness to a overwhelming feeling of love, joy, and celebration, you know, and it's all starting new and starting fresh and starting over. Page of Swords coming in. This is a very energetic energy, a young energy, you know, mentally restless and curious and talkative and motivated. And this is a beautiful energy to come in right now, because even though it's like a young energy, it's because it's something new. It could represent a young person. But to me, this is representing a new outlook on things. And to finish it off, we have the Seven of Swords in reverse. Perfect, because whatever imbalance you have here, it all ends up balancing out. The Seven of Swords in reverse is where you're breaking free of the mental challenges. You're breaking free of anything that may have held you back in regards to your thought process, in regards to you moving forward in the passion ignited area, you know, whether this is with you spiritually, financially, but you're moving on and you're moving forward in a positive feeling, in a positive energy. I am totally shuffling the wrong deck. 1 second. I wanted to pull some clarifying cards before I went to the oracles. So let's do this. Amazing energies for you guys. Yes, absolutely. Nine of Cups. All your wishes come true. You're feeling the abundance. Things are coming together. So as you had gone through the Tower energy, it all comes to fruition and it comes to a balance. And there's a lot of harmonious feelings coming through, rebuilding that on the positive. The Moon card is all about karma. This is all about karma coming back to you in the positive. It is another completion. And endings of something, beginning of something else. This is an amazing card. This can also have something to do with illusion, but next to the Nine of Cups, she has a torch in her hand. She's lighting the way. She's finding out the mystery, the answers to the mystery. So this is something that's very intense. This is also intuition as well, guys. The Star card in reverse is going to talk about sometimes some discouragement, questioning your faith, not having faith in yourself, walking away from something but not knowing exactly where you're going. So, you know, you're going from the cutting through the illusion and figuring out what's going on, you know, and making that movement forward. Ace of Wands in reverse is talking about being way down, some delays. Here we have your balance though. So all this energy right here is basically right here. You know, as you cut through the illusion and you see what's going on, you know, there's a lack of faith as you move, as the relationship moves forward, as you move forward through the month, because you can't see where it's going to be going, but there's going to be a balance, and you're going to understand the purpose of why they're going through what they're going through, or why they're communicating to you in the manner. If they're not on board with you, you're going to figure out why, and you're going to figure out it pretty fast. And the Five of Wands is in reverse, is all about avoiding the conflict, not fighting over it anymore. Six of Wands in reverse. Now, this is, again, you don't need to have the accolades. Okay? You are able to move on very quietly and without a lot of conflict, without a lot of judgment, without a lot of harsh words. Ten of Cups in reverse. This is where you're going to be very upset in regards to it not panning out. There's going to be a little bit of loneliness, a feeling of loss. The High Priest is going to talk about your intuition and your stability and your identification and, you know, your traditions and your beliefs. This is where you need to dig deep. If they're trying to rock your boat for some reason and they're not getting, again, on your page and accepting the offer on your terms, it can get a little bit messy. But you have to hold true to your belief systems and to what you think is right, because this is your path. And if they're not supposed to be on your path at this time, then that's okay. But you have to stick to your path. Don't let them guide you away from your path with them not getting on board with what you want to do. You will find your balance with or without them. And here we have the King of Pentacles. Amazing security, control, power, abundance, and discipline. You know, this is very much of a card that you have all the ducks in a row. You know exactly where you want to go. You have fine-tuned your craft. Your path is laying out in front of you, which is represented with the positive moving forward, and no one's going to stop you. You're very strong. You're very committed. You're committed to you, and you're committed to your beliefs, and you're committed to where you need to go. Let me pull some oracle cards. High Priestess of Fire. Okay, so this is very intense. It's all about movement and being intuitive with where you need to go and seeing the big picture in regards to your movement forward, in regards to your career, your relationships, anything that is coming up for the month of June. You are going to listen to your higher power. You're going to listen to your intuition. You mean you have intuition here a couple of times. Oh, wow, denial. I believe that the denial has more to do with them than with you. I think that they're in denial that you'll actually move on without them if they don't get on board and straighten up their stuff. That, you know, when you say you're done and you're over the nonsense and this is what's going to happen and either get on board or get out of my way kind of thing, I don't think that they believe you. And there's one thing that we all should know about Leos is that they do not, they're not bluffing when they say these things. They've already thought this through. They've already been very diligent in weighing out their options. And when they give you an ultimatum of sorts, they're very well capable of backing it up. And your angel message for today, Leo, is organic foods. And it says, Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for supporting my desire to consume and use organic products. That is talking about making sure that you are feeding your soul, your mind, your body, all the natural things that you need. Making sure that you're very clear and clean with the things that you're telling yourself, the things that you're manifesting, making sure that you're on the up and up and you're listening to spirit and you're not putting any negativity inside of your journey to move forward. So make sure that we cleanse that, purge that, and get rid of anything that doesn't serve you. And if people aren't on board for your vision, if you're moving somewhere and you really are very excited about this, but people are trying to hold you back, this is where you have to put your foot down and be like, this is my dream. This is what I've been working for. Support me, come with me, or kind of step aside, and I'll be back when I'm back, and I'll call you when I call you. But right now, this is very important, and this is where you need to be very strong. So, Leo, thank you so much for letting me read for you today. This is a beautiful message about your strength and your personality and your endurance during your path so that you can make this manifest for yourself. I would love to have you back. I hope these messages helped. Please like, subscribe, and comment. I would love to know where you are right now and what's going on. Take care.